Peace, y'all. Kimmy here, back with another video. I know I've been going for a minute, but check this out. I finally reordered my book, one of my favorites, Vxxines Are Dangerous by Curtis Cost. Now, you may not see me utilize this word throughout the video because you know they're flagging and um, doing all kind of bullshit, but I just wanted to give shout outs to Curtis Cross. He put this book out, shoot, years ago, and this is a second edition, a revised version. And I'm going to leave his information on where to get this book in the description below. And what made me do a video about this book is what's going on right now, the here and now. And I just don't understand how people are lining up and lining their children up to be injected by foreign objects that they don't know. And they feel like, oh, okay, I'm fine. But the underlying issue, you don't know what's going on. Just because you don't feel it doesn't mean that it's not happening in your body. A lot of people don't know they have cancer until they actually go get tests done to see what's going on in their body. But they don't really get sick until they start taking the treatment. So I'm not just going to go over what the problem is. I'm going to dive into solutions because I've always been a person that's firm about when it comes to resolution, solutions, things that are going to help us evolve as a people. This is so important. I've heard way too many reports in this year since the vax came out of people having adverse side effects. I've seen this 12-year-old girl, her mom is pro-vax, pro-science, and her daughter is now in a wheelchair. And prior to taking it, she was, she was totally healthy, 12-year-old child. So the reason why I brought this book up is because my son Judah, he's 10 years old, and when I gave birth to him, they were trying to force me to give him the and I disputed it. And the way I won the case in court was I had them to provide nature of discovery. Because with this book, this was my nature of discovery and statements that were written by other doctors that these are dangerous. Like, to go into what the ingredients are, like formaldehyde, aborted fetal tissues, things of that nature, resonate with me because I was already in a study of health and nutrition due to the fact that my mom passed from 20 years ago with bone cancer and lung cancer. And I was just wondering, like, how did she get it? You know, where did it come from? And it's not something that I think that's hereditary. However, it is something that needs to be looked into, like what we consume in our bodies. We have to understand that we are what we eat, and it becomes a part of our blood, tissue, and organs. It's not up for debate, you know. And the way we allow these people to have us in a state of fear, you can see the results of it when you walk out the door and you see someone wearing a mask. Like, how can a man-made virus be airborne? You know, so at the end of the day, I just want to tackle the issue when it comes to understanding the power of research, logical, common sense, put things together, analyze everything. Because one thing about this system, that they always repetitively do the same thing over and over again, and it seems like they've been doing this like every 100 years with the swine flu and other viruses with HIV. They have, you know, things of that nature, if you can read that. So my camera's making me show words backwards, but this is a very informative book, and it'll piss you off when you first read it, but once you go into it, what will piss you off is like, dang, how evil can a group of people be to want to depopulate a whole human race? Like, this is crazy. And so we have to put on our big draws and say, we're not going to keep standing for anything. Because basically what is happening is these people are playing villain, and the same villains are offering the solution like a fucking hero. Like, stop. Stop. Turn off the news. Quit watching that bullshit. Quit consuming, because everything is energy. So you processing this information, and it's like an as above, so below. Where the mind goes, the body must follow. And then you have these elite people that control the media, so therefore they're on some Piper shit, and they control you. They control the narrative and how you agree or disagree with something. And if you allow them to inject something foreign in your body in the name of saving you and keeping you safe, it's bullshit. They not there. Like, when you go to the doctor and you're getting your child vaccinated for school, to go to school, it's like, for what? You know, like my children, my two boys, they've never been vaccinated, and they don't get sick like that because I have a system for them created for by the time they reach the age of 1. I gave them a regimen that prevents the flu and colds, especially during the fall season. Especially during the fall season, I give them stuff that deals with allergies. You know, I feel like our creators gave us herbs, they gave us the knowledge of self, you know, but when we keep adopting somebody else's traditions, customs, and belief systems, we are falling at a very vast state, and it's very serious that we take this information serious. You know, I don't want to go all the way into detail. I want to give you guys enough time to purchase this book. Like I said, I just got this book in the mail, and I was just talking to a friend of mine on Facebook, and he was, you know, telling me some of the things that him and his wife are utilizing, like with their garden and, you know, different health regimens. They're taking control of their life. You know, if you're afraid of COVID, like a lot of you end up with it because you wasn't on CMOS, you wasn't on black seed, you wasn't on zinc, you consume a lot of sugar, sodas, red meat, a bunch of stuff that we're not supposed to put in our bodies. So then you have holidays, you have Christmas, you have Halloween, you have Easter, you have Valentine's Day. What do all these Europeanized holidays have in common? Sugar. And if you've watched videos on Dr. Sabi, if you've watched videos on Dr. Phil Valentine, even Bobby Hemmett and others, Dr. Jill Pogram, you need to check out her videos. If you've watched any of these videos with these scholars, they will tell you sugar formulates disease. Another book I wish I had that I'm going to have to order again is, I think it's called, oh my God, damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. But when I think about it, I'm going to put it in the list. I'm going to try to do a video on every book about remedies. And it's about African remedies, roots, different things, different regimens that you put in your body. You know, make it a part of every part. If you're always on CMOS, like, hold on guys, I got to show y'all one other thing. A friend of mine came by, and him and a partner of his, they have juicy fruity CMOS smoothies. And I was like, oh, okay. And then this friend here, he's like, when you go into his house, it's like a health food store. He has black seed, he has zinc, he has vitamin D, he has colloidal silver, monotonic gold. It's like walking in Seven Nandas. For people in Atlanta who know what Seven Nandas is, this a health food store. And when this crisis broke out, and I went to Seven Nandas, I seen people wearing masks, but I seen all of this stuff like this fully stocked in the stores. But then you go to like places like the regular grocery store, you can't even buy tissue. You know, like the stuff that we need to be emptying the shelves with are full. And that says a lot. And then a lot of people I've tried to help over the years with nutrition, they're always caught up in the taste. This right here is like, I think this is strawberry. Um, what made me started with the sea moss smoothies, I was in Philly. And a guy by the name of Hop, he owns a Black and Noble bookstore, and that's where I was introduced to frozen smoothie, sea moss, and I introduced it to my kids. And my baby boy, when he was a baby, he tried to fight me over the smoothie. And I even had some made up to where I gave it to the kids like baby food, so they literally never got sick. And I noticed that the children that I would have, like I'm 39, so the kids that came that would have been born in a generation of my children, a lot of them have autism. I don't know anybody my age with autism. So like this is very serious, y'all. Like we need to stop and wake up and stop saying, "Oh, people are dying," while people are jacking up the numbers. On the CDC website, you better go look up that zombie apocalypse and stop playing with yourself. And see, look right here. It talks about the sugar. That sugar right there. You remove the sugar, you remove the mucus, you remove the disease. I'm finna go in on this, y'all. And I love, love, love the power of herbs because, like, I have dealt with a lot of bronchial issues. I used to smoke cigarettes, and I end up making a tincture. This one right here, I didn't strain it. I just gave some to a neighbor that was dealing with issues with their coughing and sneezing or whatever and their allergies. So I made this and I put it in a drop bottle. And you can just put it in your tea and drink it every day, especially if you catch a cold or even if you catch COVID. Like it's mullein, a mullein tincture. For me, I deal with pain and inflammation, so I added marijuana to it. But it removes mucus. If you have somebody who has bronchitis, who's asthmatic, or something with some type of respiratory issues, this right here is like the go-to thing to give them. And you see how it turns green, so the alcohol has extracted all the properties from the herb, and the shelf life on this is a good 5 years, but if you are distributing it, it's not going to have to last 5 years. This is something that you want to keep in your medicine cabinet, in your cupboard, in your house, especially when the fall season get ready to kick back in. To eliminate disease for this year, if you're watching this video, you need to have some nettle leaf in your house, some of the mugwort as well, um, the mullein, some lavender, and you can make tinctures with all these things. Rosemary, get you some black seed bitters, some moringa bitters, all these things that deal with detoxing your body. Like your liver needs to detox, your kidneys need to detox. Um, Ginger, like I just like one of my clients just gifted me a juicer. So I also had this book a couple of years ago called Juicing for Life, and it basically gives you a regimen of different juices you can put together. Like I like cucumbers and ginger with maybe some mint or whatnot, and just drink it on a daily basis. You can also start doing a juice fasting. You know, and the problem with us is we don't detox enough. We're full of shit, literally. And if we can basically keep our bodies cleansed, like every break of the season, when it's summer, winter, spring, fall, we need to be doing a detox on each of our organs. And like, I really want to bring my homie Chris on. He's my kid's godfather, and he taught me a lot about plants, about the medicinal aspect of plants and how it's curative. We also need to come to an understanding in knowing that our body has the ability to generate itself. All these man-made diseases that they're putting out is not a life sentence, including HIV. So once you educate yourself, you remove the ignorance from your life. You know, you're no longer ignorant. You know how to think for yourself and do for yourself, and, you know, really get out here. Now, when I went looking for this book, I was like, oh, okay, I know I can buy it on Amazon, but when I went on Amazon, it was like $800 and almost $900, literally. Go and look at this book on Amazon, and it's through the roof with the price. But I found it on another website, and I got it for like $24. So, you know, the universe has just been aligning me with so much, with people that I need to have in my life, with opportunities that I need to have to move forward, you know, like with business and everything. So I am definitely grateful for this opportunity to introduce this book to you. Sonetta TV, he did an interview with Curtis Cost himself. This book is accredited by different doctors as well. So you have doctors that are whistleblowers that are telling you exactly what is going on with you. You know, and about the epidemic with the AZT. And oh my God, I am relieved to know a lot of this information. And as I grew and read this book, I applied a lot of nutritional changes in my life. I used to smoke cigarettes from teenager up to adulthood. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I feel better because I created a tincture that would help me. Like, I'm not congested anymore. I feel great. And I mean, a lot of you guys know who the Dark Lady is. You know me to be skinny, skinny, skinny. And, you know, I've um, got a little fluffy, you know. Some of it's a little pandemic weight, but for the most part, a lot of people like it. Like, oh my God, you know, you look beautiful. You know, you got some meat. Like, I'm walking around like Arby's right now, but it's just a matter of me taking a lot of toxins out my body and gaining a healthy weight. Now I'm going through physical therapy because I injured my back. I have a torn disc in my spine, so I don't really do a lot, but I try to do enough to where I don't become overweight, because for me, honestly, I hate to affirm things, but that's a fear for me to be overweight. So I do work on myself all the time as much as I possibly can. I eat right as much as I possibly can. I might cheat once a month, and hopefully that's not hindering anything, but I am so grateful to present this book to you guys. I need you to follow the link in the description on my page, and definitely leave your insight on how you want to move. And if you have vaxxers in your family, definitely refer them to this book so that they can educate themselves and not be upset with you for making such a dramatic decision to go back to normal. We have to be creators and make our own. We have to create our normal for us. We should have been, you know, growing our own crops, farming our own animals and things of that nature, if you're not going to go into vegetarian, because you have the ingredients from Impossible Burger, from what I hear, is financed by Bill Gates, and he just got his hands in too much stuff, and he needs to stick to Microsoft, you know. But definitely, please, 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 I'm begging you guys to go and get this book. I'm going to leave the description and the link below. I love you guys, and I'm going to try my best to do more videos and to inform you of so many other things. I'm Kimmy, the Dark Lady, and I will see you guys again soon. Don't be out here taking no, if you know what I'm saying. And don't be following those celebrities, because if you see them doing it, that means you need to run the other way. Love you. Bye-bye.